I'm Dylan Tilbury. You might remember me from such science education videos as Dude, Where's My Neutron? And Look Out Below, Galileo. But enough about me. I'm here today to talk about a much more serious issue. Did you know that 100% of all children find science not interesting? But there's no need to fear. I have the solution. Media. Frank Barker suggests that students learn a lot about science through the media, and we should tap into that interest. As teachers, we could look at the real-life questions posed by such movies as Deep Impact, which looked at what would happen if a meteor hit the Earth. The Day After Tomorrow asked, what would happen if global warming caused weather anomalies? And of course, Independence Day examined what would happen if aliens were to attack. While media informs what students know about science, we can use media to inform students about science. Media can be used to show information visually, for example, in a PowerPoint, thus catering for Garner's multiple intelligences in your classroom. On that note, media can be used to show right and wrong theory in practice. For example, a colleague of mine shows students an excerpt from Dragon Ball Z to show how momentum is shown accurately in practice, and then uses Hellboy as a reference of what wouldn't be true in the real world. In showing this theory in practice, we can also show experiments that we might not have time for, or that might have certain ethical issues. For example, you might remember having to cut up frogs in your science class, which is pretty gross. But now we can show that information through the use of media. But media is not just limited to the realm of video watching or PowerPoint presenting. Science can also be enhanced through the use of gaming. Little Billy here is using agent sheets to create his own computer program, utilizing the Scalable game design. As suggested in the article below, students respond well to using computer game design to learn scientific concepts, even requesting extracurricular work, like little Johnny here. The last point that I would like to get across is that we should use media to make science fun. It's not just fun for fun's sake, it also has an effect on student motivation, as explored through web-based learning by Wang and Reeves. With media playing such a dominant role in young people's lives, it is important to incorporate this into their learning so that they can achieve their full potential. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pepita Greenwood, and I'm here to talk about media in drama. Jackie DeLuna argues that students today learn differently from previous generations and therefore require different learning tools. She suggests that using media in the classroom enlivens lessons and enriches the learning experience. The internet is a powerful learning tool and has revolutionised the way that we organise and retrieve information. Students in drama can use it to look at plays, research playwrights, or even social historical contexts. A study by Carolyn Cameron looks at drama students using social networking sites to explore character development in process drama. Students made up profiles of their characters and spoke to each other online in characters, working out relationships between the characters. Davis also suggests using social networking or interactive media within the drama classroom. Media is also well used in the drama classroom in the form of stimulus texts. Newspapers and magazines have often been used as stimulus for improvisations, characterisation, or play building. Diane Conrad has had success with at-risk students using advertising as the basis for process drama. And then of course there's using films in drama to enhance the drama lesson. While films can be used for reasons such as looking at characterisation or perhaps genre, Campbell suggests looking at them as well for narrative and also for language. In drama, films based on Shakespearean texts such as Much Ado About Nothing or A Midsummer Night's Dream can help students get their heads around the language, while other films such as 10 Things I Hate About You or She's the Man can put it into a teenage context so people understand Shakespeare in a different way. So as you have seen, Drama and media are complementary subjects. Media can be used in drama to enhance the learning experience and to also show a different way of looking at dramatic conventions through different media texts. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Hill. I'm here today to talk about visual literacies through other mediums such as CD-ROMs. Gone is the day of enjoying a good book. Students nowadays have been given other options to learn how to read. This helps students with reading difficulties. A challenge for educators. Is it time to throw away the book? Maybe it is. The first issue of concern is verbal and visual language. This is something we call meta-language. So, what is meta-language? Well, meta-language is the capabilities to develop knowledge from linguistic and visual meaning-making systems, if that makes any sense. So, what systems do we have to interpret text through analytical reading? Systematic functional linguistics connects linguistics to the social idea, as in Halliday. Meaning-making out of images helps students get closer to the text, as in visual meaning-making systems. In Nodelman, this is a grammar of images to enhance learning through picture books. Different media applications. What theory do we have to discuss here? I'd say this comes under a representation theory, which is structured around verbal and visual constructs, natures of events, objects and participants involved in the circumstances in which they occur, or interactive, interpersonal theory, where verbal and visual resources construct the nature of relationships among speakers, listeners, writers, readers, and visual viewers. So, finally, we're going to talk about compositional and textual ideas, where the meaning is concerned with the distribution of the information, the value or the relative emphasis among elements of text and image. CD-ROM versions of classic novels, such as Of Mice and Men, really help students who have reading difficulties. The challenge for them and educators to help us understand reading and learning a little bit better. Just like this video, Stephen King's Pet Sematary. A great novel, a great DVD. Maybe not. I'm Dr. Andrew Hill. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kate Bush. You may have seen me in other videos such as Babushka or Wuthering Heights, influenced by the novel of the same name. Now to what I'm talking about. Technology is reinventing classroom practice at an accelerated rate. But what about using media as a reflection tool? Jan Harrington suggests students need to be engrossed in authentic activities supported by collaborative productions and reflect on these processes. If your aim was to help students learn about conflict management in a health unit, then you might get students to create videos to demonstrate their learning. Eric Blechen suggests that students learn best in the early years through integrated programs and cross-disciplinary. The following is an example of how little Tanya and Angie learn about the negative effects of bullying in the classroom for health, and also related to media, art and physics concepts. Harrington further suggests that students verbalise or communicate this learning for even greater learning maximisation and to reflect on these constructions. Little Tanya has been prompted to reflect and stimulate discussion using YouTube comments function. Fred Lockwood suggests using whatever you have in your school to promote accessibility and reduce costs. He also promotes audio devices as an effective learning medium. Yet another example is to use Skype, which is an accessible and free program, and use it in subjects like LOTE to communicate with students from all over the world. In these two articles, the authors advocate the use of social media and mobile devices to enhance student learning. Music teachers could use PDA devices with high-quality inbuilt microphones to support formal learning in music. As you can see, media for reflection is the way forward for education. Thanks for listening.